So in today's class, we are going to study how to solve truss, that is analysis of truss by method of joints. So you can see that there is a simple truss here. There is a simple truss here wherein you have a roller support at A. You have a roller support at A and you have a hinged support at F. Hinged support at F. You have 2 point loads, that is 1000 newtons each, acting at C and E. C and E. C and E. So you're supposed to first find out the reaction. You're supposed to first find out the reaction. Now, yesterday we have learned how to calculate the reaction. So we know that at A we have a roller, that is we have only one uh, reaction, that is a horizontal reaction, vertical one, and at F you have two reactions, one horizontal and one vertical. So first we are going to find out the reaction. So sigma fx is equal to 0. So since there are no horizontal forces here, hence the horizontal reaction at F also will be 0. So I told that since there is a hinge, there is a horizontal reaction here. So Rfx is 0. That is reaction at F in x direction will be 0. Next is sigma Fy. So in sigma Fy we have two vertical reaction, one at A, one at F. Okay, so one at A, one at F, and you have two vertical forces which are acting downwards. So and you have totally four vertical forces. Hence you have four forces in sigma Fy equation. So you can see that in sigma Fy you have Ra, that is this reaction. You have Rfy, which is acting upwards, that is reaction at F, positive, and 1000 Newton forces. There are two numbers, so minus 1000. So since both are unknown, you got an equation, that is Ra plus Rfy is equal to 2000. So you have done with two of the equations. Move on to the third one, that is let us take moment about any point now. So let us take moment about point A. Not necessary at point A, you can take it at point F also. So then at point F also you can take. So we shall apply initially at point A now. So since I applied at point A, we have four forces here total, amongst which only one force passes through point A, Therefore, there are left out only three forces. So let us calculate the moment. The first force is 1000 Newton force, which is vertical in direction. So distance to be multiplied is horizontal. Therefore, it is 1000 into 3. What type of movement is it causing? Clockwise movement. So positive. Next, you have one more 1000 Newton force, that is a vertical force, which is acting downwards. So distance to be multiplied is horizontal, which is 6 meters. Again, it is causing a clockwise direction, therefore it is 1000 into 6. Whereas you have reaction at F, which is vertically upwards, distance to be multiplied is horizontal distance, that is 3, 6 and 9. So since it is causing an anti-clockwise movement, it is Rfy into 9. Okay, so if you rearrange the terms, so you'll be left with this Rf into 9 is sent to the right hand side, so it will become positive. So 3000 plus 6000, that is 9000, and thereby if you calculate, Rfy is calculated as 1000 Newton. Next, you have this equation 7.1, that is Ra plus Rfy is equal to 2000. So substitute the value of Rfy in equation 7.1 and you get Ra is equal to 1000 Newton. Now this is how you are going to calculate the reactions. Okay, next you're supposed to solve this problem for member forces. Now see, you have many members here. AC is a member, AB is a member, BC is a member, CD is a member, CE is a member, DE is a member, DF is member. So all these points A, B, C, D, E, they are called as joints. They are called as joint. So you're supposed to take each joint at a time, and you're supposed to solve for the forces. You're supposed to solve for the member forces. Now, while taking each joint, now for example, I'll take one joint, that is joint A. So if I take joint A, this joint A is connected with the two members, that is AB, AC, and one reaction. So I'm going to show that. So this is my joint A. There is a reaction whose magnitude I have already calculated, that is 1000 Newton. So you have a member AC, you have a member AC, you have a member AB, So I have shown two members along with one reaction, Now here what I do is, we had some assumptions made while studying introduction trusses, that all the directions of member forces are to be assumed. So once the directions are assumed, if you get the answer with positive sign, it means that the direction is right. If you get it with negative sign, the direction is to be changed. So here what I've done is, I've just assumed the direction of these two members to be acting outwards. Now what has happened is, I don't have this 45-degree angle here. Angle is not given to me, mind you. Angle is not given to me. I need to calculate this angle. So in order to calculate this angle, what I do is, I consider triangle ABC. Wherein I know the vertical height, I know the horizontal height. I want this angle. Thereby, I calculate it by applying tan rule, that is tan inverse of opposite by adjacent, where opposite is 3 meter, adjacent is also 3 meters. So it is 3 by 3, wherein I get 45 degrees. Okay. Now, one more thing, whenever you are considering any of the joints, one more thing to be kept in mind is, in that joint there should be only two unknowns, not more than that. If there are more than two unknowns in any joint, you are not supposed to consider that joint for calculation. Now for example, instead of taking A, if I could have taken point C or joint C, what would happen? How many member forces are there for joint C? It is CA, it is CE, CD, and CB. Along with that, you have 1000 Newton force. Now also, how many unknowns will be there? Now, if you happen to calculate the number of unknowns when you take joint C, CE is also unknown, CD is unknown, CB is unknown, CA is unknown. So total number of unknowns are 4. I cannot take this joint C. So the condition is, any joint you take, there should be only two unknowns. Thereby, if I take joint A, there are only two unknowns, that is AB as well as AC. So force in AB, FAB indicates force in AB, force in AC. Okay. So this is a simple free body diagram, what you can call, for joint A. Now, since it is a concurrent force system, you can apply equations of equilibrium to get the member forces. Now, equations of equilibrium, since it is concurrent force system, I can apply only two, that is sigma fx and sigma fy. Yes. So now what I'll do is, in this, let us see how many horizontal, vertical, and inclined forces are there. There is one horizontal force, there is one vertical force, there is one inclined force, and we all know that inclined force is to be resolved. So this FAB is inclined at an angle 45 degrees with respect to horizontal. Thereby, you have a horizontal component and you have a vertical component as well. Okay. Now, first equation of equilibrium we shall apply, that is sigma Fy is equal to 0. So when I apply sigma Fy is equal to 0, I have two vertical forces. Which are those? One is 1000 Newton and the other one is the vertical component of FAB. So vertical component of FAB will be acting vertically upwards. Whereas your horizontal component will be acting horizontally outwards, just like this. So these are the components. So you have one vertical, you have one horizontal component. So you have a vertical force which is acting upwards, that is FAB, and you have a vertical force 1000 Newton which is also acting upwards. So vertical component of FAB is FAB sine 45 because it is acting, or the inclination is 45 degrees with respect to horizontal. So what has happened here is vertical component is FAB sine 45 acting upwards, therefore it is taken with positive sign, and 1000 is also acting upwards, so it is taken with the positive sign. So if I rearrange the terms, I can calculate the value of FAB, which proves to be minus 1414.214 Newton. Now see, what happens actually is you have got this FAB with negative sign. What it means? It means that this FAB, which you had assumed to be acting away from the joint A, it is to be reversed. Okay, so always keep one thing in mind. Now this member AB, whenever this arrow is acting towards the joint, it means that it is in compression. I repeat, whenever the member force arrow is moving towards the joint, it is compression. When it moves away from the joint, it is tension. So here, since I have got it with minus sign, so this has to be towards A. Means it has to be changed to towards A. Therefore, I have written C, that is compression force. Now, similarly, I'll apply another equation of equilibrium, that is sigma Fx now. So in sigma Fx, I have what is called as two forces here. Wherein FAC is positive, moving to the right. Okay. And next, what about this FAB cos 45? So it is moving to the right, so it is positive. FAB cos 45. Okay, good. Now, I have already calculated the value of FAB. And what is the value of FAB? It is minus 1414.214. So FAC minus 1414.214 cos 45 is equal to 0. Rearranging the terms, this minus 1414.214 cos 45 goes to the right, becomes positive. Therefore, FAC is 1000 Newton, which is positive, which means that the direction which I have assumed for FAC is absolutely right. And since this is moving away from joint A, it is termed as a tensile force. So it means that since it is acting away from the joint, it is under tensile force. So we have studied in assumptions also that member is subjected to two types of forces, either compression or tension. So if the arrow is towards the joint, it is compression. If the arrow is away from the joint, it is tension. So you keep that thing in mind. Okay, good. So now you have calculated two member forces. AC is known, AB is known. AB is what? 1414.214. Towards A it is arrow. Whereas for AC it is 1000 Newton. Good. So two member forces are known to you now. Next we shall see which joint is to be considered. Next I'll go for joint B now. Okay. Now this joint B consists of how many members? It consists of three members. Which are those? That is BA, BC, okay, and BD. So three member forces are there. Now, for these three member forces, one member is known to me, that is BA. BA is known to me. Okay. So BD and BC are unknown. So only two unknowns. I can take up the joint. So here what happened? there is a inclination of BA. So in joint B, what do I do? In joint B, what do I do? So while taking at joint A, while taking, joint B, I've taken three member forces. One is BA, next is BC and BD. Now, whenever I'll tell you, so whenever you are considering a member force, so now you have calculated, after calculating the member force, you came to a conclusion that this arrow is to be, yes, it is to be what? Reversed. So it will be like this. Once you reverse, the member will be like this, and the direction will be given like this. So yes, so this is how you are going to show the member force. So this will not be there, this will not be there. So your member force AB will be, when you consider joint A, your AB arrow will be towards A. Similarly, when you consider joint B, your arrow will be towards B. Your arrow will be towards B. Whereas for this member, that is for member A, how will be the arrow? It will be like this. So when you're showing it, it will be in this manner. So okay, so in this member, so they are moving towards the joint. So for A also it is moving towards the joint, for B also it is moving towards the joint. So here what happens, for AC they are moving away from the joint, so both will be moving away from the joint. Okay, both will be moving away from the joint. Now see, for joint B, you can see, so you are supposed to consider this arrow now, which is moving towards B. So that is the reason it is written like this. So FAB is moving towards B now, which I have already calculated, I hope this diagram is clear to everyone. So once you calculate, you're supposed to give these arrows to that member. So if it is moving towards A, joint A, then this arrow will be moving towards joint C. So either it will be a pull action or it will be a push action. So in this, what has happened? Both are moving away from each other. Here what happens? Both are moving towards each other. So they'll be moving towards each other. So there is C and there is E. So here what happens for C, when you consider from C to E, the arrow will be towards E, and when you consider from E to C, it will be towards C. So we will see that once we come to the free body diagram of E. So in this diagram, you can see that this FAB force is towards B, okay, and these two members, that is BD and BC, they are just assumed to be acting outwards. Now this angle inclination is 45 degrees. Why? Because this is total 90 degrees. So you have already calculated that AB is at an angle 45 degrees with horizontal. Therefore, this is also 45 degrees. So once this is 45 degrees, it is moving towards joint B. Therefore, what happens? You are supposed to resolve it. So again, we shall apply sigma fx and sigma fy. So in this, we have one horizontal, one vertical, one inclined. So inclined needs to be resolved. After resolving, I get again one horizontal and one vertical. Thereby, totally I have two horizontal and two vertical forces. Two horizontal and two vertical forces. So let us take horizontal forces now, that is sigma fx. So we have two horizontal forces. One is the horizontal force FBD, which is to the right, and other one is horizontal component of FAB. So your horizontal component of FAB will be rightwards. It will be rightwards like this. Similarly, your vertical component will be upwards. Okay, it is only because the resultant force is towards the joint. So you have vertical will be like this. So your vertical force upwards, horizontal force rightwards. So FBD, which is already acting to the right, positive. Next is horizontal component of FAB. So FAB, you know that it is 14.214. Okay. Now here you are supposed to take with positive sign, no taking here with negative sign. Why? Because you have already changed the direction. You have already changed the direction. So it will be with positive sign. Be careful with that. Be careful with that. So it is 14.214 sine 45 positive because it is acting to the right, plus FBD which is acting to the right as well. If you rearrange the terms, you get FBD is equal to 1 minus 1000 Newton. Now FBD, you have got it with minus sign. What does it mean? The direction is to be reversed. Means this direction which was actually acting away from B, it should act towards B. It should act towards B. Now if I come to this diagram, in this member, you see that there is one arrow which is acting towards B when you consider joint B. So when you consider joint D, that also should be towards D. So it means that either the directions should be both repelling from each other or both attracting for each other, so since here B, it is towards B, here also it will be towards D. In AB also it was the same case. It was towards A when you consider joint A, and similarly it was towards B when you consider joint B. Okay, so FBD is minus 1000 Newton. So it is to be changed. You're going to change the direction only when you complete the calculation for individual joint. Okay. Now next equation is sigma Fy. Sigma Fy is equal to 0. So you have two vertical forces. One is FBC which is acting downwards, and vertical component of FAB which is acting upwards. Okay. So you have FBC which is acting downwards taken with negative sign, and you have FAB which is acting upwards, so it will be the positive sign, that is 1414.214 cos 45. Okay. Now when you rearrange the terms again for FBC also, you get the answer with negative sign. So what is FBC? It was actually acting, yes, FBC is to be actually positive. FBC is to be positive because when you rearrange the terms here, there is a small printing mistake here. So FBC, when you substitute, okay, so it will go to the other side and it will become positive. So therefore your FBC will be 1000 Newton away from the joint B. Therefore your assumption is right. Here your assumption was wrong. In this case your assumption was wrong. So this has to be positive. Okay. Yes. This has to be positive. It is positive 1000 Newton. Good. So this is about joint B. Now we finished with joint B. Now next which joint? So next we shall go on with joint C now. Joint C. Okay. When you come down to joint C, you have one vertical force which is acting downwards. Good. AC, you have already calculated it. What was AC actually? Now see, there was an arrow which was, when you consider joint A, it was moving away from A. When you consider joint C, that time also the arrow will be moving away from C. Okay. Here what had happened? This joint A, when you consider this member force, arrow was moving towards A. Therefore, at B also it was towards. So either it will be away or it will be towards. So when you consider joint C, so this member force AC will be acting away only. It is only because of this nature of arrow which you have already calculated with the positive sign. Thereby we have shown this acting away from point C. Now let us come to BC now. BC also you have already calculated. Now in BC you found that this is right. So this arrow is moving away from B here. Therefore, here also it will be moving away from C, So that is why we have taken this with the upward direction, moving away from C. And magnitude you have already calculated, that is BC is 1000 Newton. So therefore I have written 1000 here. AC is also calculated, AC or CA is one and the same, and that is 1000 Newton. Therefore I have written 1000 Newton here. Okay. Next you have this member CD, which is again 45 degrees inclination. We have shown the inclination. So CD and CE, they are the only two unknowns. So I can solve for it. I have taken the directions outside. So the CD and CE, they are assumptions again. So once I take it outside, so count total number of forces. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 forces, 1 inclined. Inclined will be resolved for 1 vertical and 1 horizontal. Now total how many vertical? 1, 2 vertical component, 3. 1, 2 horizontal component. Okay. So 3 vertical and 3 horizontal component you have. Now apply equations of equilibrium. And you will calculate the unknown. So first let us apply sigma Fy. So 3 vertical forces. One is this 1000, which is minus, you are taken with minus. Okay. Next you have one more 1000, which is upwards, positive. And you have a vertical component of CD, which will be acting upwards with the positive sign. So it is FCD sine 45 with the positive sign. So then these two gets cancelled. So FCD is 0, which means that this member does not undergo any stress. So this becomes 0. So FCD force is 0. Okay. Next, Fx. So in Fx you have horizontal forces. So 1 horizontal force, 2 horizontal force, and horizontal component of FCD. Okay. FCD. So in this FCE positive, so it is plus. This 1000 is minus, so it is minus. Okay. Then horizontal component of FCD is FCD cos 45. Since it is moving to the right, it is taken with the positive sign. So it is plus FCD cos 45 is equal to 0. Now here FCD you have already calculated to be 0. So substitute that value, it becomes, this term becomes 0. Therefore FCE is equal to 1000 Newton. You have got it with a positive sign, which means that FCE is, direction is correct. Therefore assumption is right. So direction assumption is right, absolutely right. Okay. Now next you will consider joint D. So when you consider joint D, you have DC, which is 0. Okay. You have DE, you have DB, you have DF. So you are going to draw the diagram here. So the diagram was here itself. So you have DB. So in this joint B, we had concluded that BD, which was with negative sign, so it means that it has to be reversed. So it is moving towards B. Thereby for D also it will be moving towards D. So it is moving towards D. Now next, DE is unknown to me. Similarly, DF is also unknown to me. So DC at least is 0. So I did not take that member only, since it is 0. So I have taken 1, 2 and 3. So here I have 1 horizontal, 1 vertical and 1 inclined. Thereby after resolving, I'll get 2 horizontal and 2 vertical. Okay. So this, for this free body diagram, we shall apply equations of equilibrium. Sigma Fx is equal to 0. So horizontal 1000 positive, because it is moving rightwards. So it is plus 1000. Horizontal component of FEF is rightwards only. So it will be positive FDF cos 45, cos 45. So you got this with negative sign. You got this with negative sign. So what does it mean? It means that the direction is to be reversed, and you are going to reverse it once I finish the whole of this calculation. So F, so this DF arrow will be towards D when you consider joint D. It will be towards D when you consider joint D. Okay, fine. So next, sigma Fy is equal to 0. So one vertical force acting downwards minus FDE. The vertical component of this EF also is downwards. So it will be minus FDF sine 45. Minus FDF sine 45. But what is the value of FDF? It is minus. So minus of minus plus. Minus of minus plus. So this term becomes positive. This term becomes positive. So this which is negative goes on the other side, becomes positive. Thereby FDE is 1414.214 sine 45, which is 1000 Newton with positive sign, which means that this direction which you have considered is exactly right. FDE, it is exactly right. So in this you can see, so D to E, when you consider joint D, arrow is moving away from D. Therefore, when you consider it towards, when you consider joint E, it will be also away from E, away from E. Okay, so let us consider joint E now. Let us consider joint E. Now, when you consider joint E, so D, there is, when you consider this joint E, there is ED, EC, EF, and this 1000 Newton. This 1000 Newton is kept as it is kept as it is. Next, you have E to D, E to D, E to D. You have already calculated DE here. You have already calculated DE, and when you, in this case, the arrow is away from D. The arrow is away from D. Hence, it will be away from E as well. Therefore, it is taken away from E. When you consider this EC, so come to free body diagram of joint C, joint C. So CE, which was taken away from joint C here, and you had got it with the positive sign. So since this arrow is away from C, when you consider point E also, it will be away from E. Therefore, it is away from E. It is away from E. And this is the only unknown. This is the only unknown, that is E to F. E to F, which is just assumed to be acting outwards. Therefore, you have four forces here, in which you have two horizontal, two vertical. And if you just have a close look at the vertical forces, 1000 up, 1000 down, so it becomes 0. And one sigma Fx, two forces, FEF, so this is FEF rightwards, so positive. This is leftwards, so it is negative. So when you rearrange the terms, you get FEF is equal to 1000, that is with positive sign, which means that the direction assumed is exactly right. So always keep one thing in mind: if the arrow is towards the joint, it means that it is compression. Okay, if it is away from the joint, it means that it is tension. Finally, once you calculate all the member forces, you are going to represent it in the form of table like this. So AB, BC, AC, BD. So all these member forces, you are supposed to write what is the magnitude. You're supposed to write the nature. You are not going to write positive and negative here. You're going to use the compression and tension. So I have told you, if the arrow, yes, if it moves away from the joint, if it moves away from the joint, it is tension. If it moves towards the joint, it is compression. It is compression. Okay. So this is about this truss by method of joints. Method of joint.